Especially when they shift over there, you just have to see how that goes.
Yeah.
What organization are you with?
SFGov TV.
Okay, cool. Of course.
Of course. It's always fun to see you guys out. We only see you on TV.
Here we are in the flesh.
I know.
Oh, well, you guys covered that.
Yeah. It's always funny to see. It's like, I know who you are, but you don't know me.
I'm at
I see you all the
SFMCA
time.
every Tuesday.
Yeah, I know. We see
Oh,
you.
you
on
see
it,
me? Yeah.
I see you. As soon as
I'll try not
I
to,
see
like-
you walk out, like, oh, that was the item you was there
Yeah.
for.
I'm trying to like change my facial expressions so I don't sound like I remember or the hell out like that.
You keep wiping the tears away from your eyes.
Pat, these are my neighbors. Pat's in charge of the commission. We all ready? Ryan Godwin.
Trying to come out.
Happy birthday.
Careful, you're going. Madam Mayor.
Shoo me away.
He got it. You got the rock, dude. Remember? This is what you wanted.
Well, we have these now in all of our That's right. Right? And a big yeah. There, you ready? Well, welcome everybody. We're all crowded into the corner here. But it's a lot more pleasant. It's a lot more pleasant than it used to be, isn't it? Welcome to the 9th Avenue Gateway of Golden Gate Park. America's best park. In America's best park system. And the way I wanted to sort of begin my remarks, and I'm Phil Ginsberg. I run your Parks Department for the mayor. And Mayor, I was thinking back to 2018.
Speak into the mic.
All right, I'm speaking into the mic. I was thinking back to 2018, and we were in the backyard of Martha and Carla, two Inner Sunset neighbors and civic champions. And by the way, I'm going to do my whole conflict of interest thing ahead of time because I'm a neighbor. So I'm really happy about this too. But we were in Martha and Carla's backyard, and you had just become mayor. And I think you, when you were supervisor, you'd put in a few bucks for a design process. Thank you. You'd think it was my first time doing this. And you had put a few dollars in for design when you were supervisor. But you came to this event in the backyard of a Sunset neighbor, and you told well over 100 people how important this was to you and how much you got it, and that we were going to do this project. And I was just sort of getting to know you as mayor. And when you showed up, I was sort of thinking, what kind of parks mayor is London Breed going to be? And it all started with this project. And here's where we are today. Here's where we are today. For the last 6 years, our park system has gone through transformational change in every single neighborhood. This park has gone through transformational change. We've done gigantic projects like our JFK initiative and the India Basins, and some of the largest projects, Francisco Reservoir, some of the largest projects you can think of. And we've also done neighborhood park renovations in every corner of this city. Over 30 neighborhood parks and playgrounds have been renovated during your tenure. My staff prepared a list for me. There are, in your tenure, 130 different park improvement projects, some big, some small. And we see it here in this neighborhood, in this park. Between the work and all the improvements at our amazing botanical garden and part of the gardens of Golden Gate Park behind us, to the incredible and inspirational JFK Promenade, to Middle Lake, this park has gone through transformational change. And some changes are really big and profound, and some are small but very equally important. And this feels to me to be one that is maybe small but equally important and mighty. Thank you, President Anderson. By the way, it is also President Anderson's birthday today, so this might be her birthday present as well. What you find here is, this is called a gateway, and gateways are really important to parks because they create and mark and celebrate the concept of place. And for the Inner Sunset neighborhoods and this community, this is probably the busiest and most important entrance to the park. And for this community, this change is long overdue, and we thank you. So before I turn it over to America's Best Park Mayor, I want to offer a few thank yous and tell you a little bit about the project. You obviously see the beautiful open plazas with enhanced lighting and granite steps and brass rails. We did this right, folks. We didn't do it on the cheap. It's too important. We did this right. We've got new signage. There's 5,500 square feet of new paving, 6,000 square feet of native greenery supported by new irrigation. We've relocated the Muni bus shelter away from the main crossing so that people can be here and congregate and feel something and feel connected to the neighborhood. It's an important project, and Victory has many parents, and I'd like to acknowledge a few in addition to our mayor, obviously our supervisor, Myrna Melgar, who's been a huge champion for parks and for access and safe access and joyful access to parks. I want to thank the Inner Sunset Park neighbors. We're going to hear from Andrea Jadwin in a bit. Al, you're not speaking today, but thank you for all your incredible leadership. Martha Ehrenfeld, Susanna Weiss. But now I want to, again, turn it over to America's Best Parks Mayor, London Breed.
Okay, Phil, I'll give you that raise you always want. He calls me America's Best Parks Mayor, but I grew up in this city, and I remember what these parks used to look like, and how I've gotten those splinters going down those slides, and broken swings, and all the scars that I probably have on my body came from damage in our park system. And that doesn't happen anymore. Well, not as much as it used to. And that has a lot to do with Phil Ginsburg and his incredible leadership. We have in him an extraordinary leader, a champion who believes in parks, and more importantly, he has an amazing team of the people who work in the administrative part of Rec Park, but also our gardeners, the folks who clean our parks, the park rangers, like the staff of Rec Park. They go above and beyond to make these spaces inviting beautiful, clean, and safe, and there is no better park system in the United States of America. Thank you, Phil. And even cats are welcome. Hello, kitty. You got that? Hello, kitty. It's so great to be here in the Inner Sunset, because I remember when Martha, Andrea, Chris, all of us, we did a little walk. And let me just start by saying, when I represented the Inner Sunset as supervisor, this district did not ask for much. All they wanted was a nice entryway to Golden Gate Park, a safe intersection here, and the underwiring of the utilities on this street. Now, I didn't get the underwiring done. Not yet, but that's Myrna's job. She's gonna take the helm and get it done. But what I appreciate about this community is they have always been interested in making it better, not just for the people who live here, not just for the people who work here at UCSF and other parts of the neighborhood, but also the people who visit here from all over, the people that they meet who come to the various restaurants and businesses in the neighborhood, the folks who come to the botanical gardens and who enjoy some of the best parks and open space. And every decision that they've made has been about allowing this area to be a place that is safe and inviting for everyone. It brings together our urbanists and our gardeners and our communities in such an extraordinary way, right in the center of our city, and it brings a lot of excitement and a lot of hope. And so it is really great to see something go from a conversation, and a conversation that involved a community process where the people of this community help give the recommendations on the design based on their everyday experiences. And then the government actually listened and incorporated what the community wanted into the design, and then executed it and put the resources to making it a reality. This is when it all works the way that it should. And it takes partnership with Rec and Park, with the mayor's office, and of course with the community. And so I am so happy to be here, to know that whether you are biking, driving, rolling in your wheelchair, walking with your cane, whatever mode of transportation you choose, you'll be able to move in this system, in this gateway, safely and efficiently. And that's what our city has to be overall. So I'm so glad to be here and to see this promise made and this promise kept, and how people appreciate it so much. And thank you to our commissioners who are also joining us here. Again, thank you to Chris for putting all the great benches all over the Inner Sunset for people to sit down on. I mean, this is one of the best communities in San Francisco. I know, parents, you guys know how it is. You're not supposed to have a favorite. I'm not saying that I have a favorite. I'm just saying that this is one of the best, and it's just always feels like home every time I come back to see all of you and to see your consistency in advocating for a better Inner Sunset for everyone. So thank you all so much for being here. Congratulations on this wonderful project.
Thank you, Mayor. Before I bring up our amazing supervisor, more parents to celebrate the victory. I want to, the mayor acknowledged our commissioners, but present today is our chair and birthday girl, Kat Anderson. She's joined by Benita Louie and Sonia Clark Herrera. I want to acknowledge my incredible team, if I can flip to the right page here. The mayor mentioned the hardworking folks that get the job done every day. On this project, I want to acknowledge our Director of Capital and Planning, Stacy Bradley. Our project manager on this one, Alex Skriknek. Our project Alex Shuknik, sorry. Project Manager Capital Improvements, Dan Maurer, who does so much in Golden Gate Park. And then the people who take care of it are Golden Gate Park Manager of Operations, Dave Erebarn is here, and his incredible team who's already caring for this beautiful space. And we do these things in partnership, and I want to celebrate a couple of partners as well. I want to celebrate our neighbors, our wonderful neighbors at the Gardens of Golden Gate Park, Sarah Ryan and Brendan Lang. Thank you very much for being here. And then Public Works. We do these things in partnership with our Public Works department. They are incredible. They are great partners. And on this one, we had our project lead, Nick Ansell, our designer, Janae Kiyoy, section manager, Anthony Esterbrooks, Jennifer Cooper, the bureau manager, and then our construction management team, Sunit Pradhan, Laura Tanagawa, so too, and then we had a team member from NTA working on the traffic issues, Stephanie Chan. So these things aren't simple. It's why they take time. There are a lot of hands in this one. There are probably a few more thank yous. I'm going to shuffle through my notes to thank, but I'm going to turn it over to our supervisor. And as I mentioned earlier, she doesn't just love parks. Between Supervisor Melgar and our mayor, they are grabbing the reins of what San Francisco could and should be tomorrow, with great respect for what it has been and what it is today, and holding on to the important parts of our past. Cities change, like parks, cities grow, cities change, cities evolve, and we need to be thinking about that. And the two great leaders to my left think about it a lot. Supervisor Melgar, the mic is yours.
Thank you, Phil. So I guess I can have favorites, right? I love Inner Sunset. It is such a loving, supportive community. And I am so proud to have worked on this along with our great American Parks Mayor, London Breed and Phil Ginsburg. So there's a couple things that I want to just expand on that haven't been said. One is this is a beautiful entrance to the park, but it's also the gateway to the Inner Sunset. It is this gateway to the Irving Street 9th Avenue corridor, which is vibrant and wonderful. And despite the pandemic in the last 4 years, look at all the wonderful things we have achieved. Mayor, hats off to you. JFK Drive, the promenade, all of this like transformative open space, the parklets on 9th Avenue and Irving. We have been able to get through this pandemic, but also come out better at the other end. And that is amazing and wonderful when life gives you lemons and you make lemonade. So this is just the beginning, because I know Miss Andrea Jadwin is not going to let us finish right here. This beautiful entrance to the park and entrance to 9th Avenue and the Irving Street corridor could be a lot safer. And we're still going to work on it because we are all one community. And we want to make sure that everybody here is left better, that we work together with Rec Park, with MTA, with DPW, to make sure that this community continues to thrive and adapt into the future. So thank you so much to our Rec Parks commissioners for all of the good work. Thank you especially to Andrea and Martha and Chris and everyone who, both Andreas, Susanna, I saw Susanna Wise here for a little, where is she? There she is, hiding. All of the folks who have made this happen, who have lobbied, advocated, worked, and put all of the love into the community so that we can be better off today. So thank you so much, and we're gonna keep going.
There we are.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Melgar. I see Wendy Dare and Ryan Guillou from the Botanical Garden as well. Thank you for being here and leading our garden, guys. Ashley Summers, who keeps our commission going. Thank you. Thank you, Ashley. I too am a member of the Inner Sunset Park Neighbors, Andrea, and I want to say that this neighborhood is a very joyful place, and it's a very positive place. It's often been said that certain parts of our city are, this is a city of grievance. We're always complaining about something. And this is a neighborhood that actually gets stuff done and is very positive. And it's because of the incredible leadership of the Inner Sunset Park Neighbors. And we we've been at it for a long time, Andrea. We've done some really good stuff. So the mic is yours.
Susanna and Martha, can you guys come up here? Susanna and Martha. Al, you don't have to talk. You just have to stand here. Thank you, Phil. Al, you don't have to talk. You just have to stand here. Hi, guys. I'm not going to take up much of your time. Hopefully you can hear me. Back in 2008, some of you might not even have been born yet, an ad hoc group of neighbors got together and merchants, and we began thinking about a safer, more attractive entrance to one of the main Golden Gate Park entrances at 9th and Lincoln. The existing entrance is marred by dangerous traffic conditions. I can still attest to that, by the way, as Martha and I crossed the crosswalk today. With the light, we had to hold our hand out to stop a car from turning right. Narrow pathways, poor signage, and unimpressive landscaping. We thought it could be safer, more beautiful, and more welcoming as befits the world-class institutions and the garden inside the park. We called our idea the Gateway to both Golden Gate Park and the Inner Sunset neighborhood. Here's what happened next. This was back in 2008. 3 public meetings, a lot of community outreach, including a design charrette where neighbors actually got to draw what they thought they wanted to see here. 2 public surveys, including one where neighbors voted on which of the 3 options they preferred. A pandemic happened. The project kind of got lost, and Mayor Breed stepped up to carve out some funding to make it continue to go forward. And we appreciate that. Golden Gate Park is one of the world's great parks and welcomes millions of visitors every year. But to us Inner Sunset residents, it's the park in our backyard. We walk, run, bike, skate, play, enjoy art and learn about science, dance the Lindy and listen to music, and most of all enjoy the peace and tranquility of the park. We're also very lucky and grateful to walk into the park through one of San Francisco's best neighborhoods, the Inner Sunset. We have shops, we have restaurants, bars, tea and coffee shops, bookstores, and we even have one of the world's last remaining magic shops. We wish all visitors, local and not, could take pleasure in our community, and we hope that the new Parkside entrance will make this easier. But our dream is only halfway realized. All you have to do is look across the street to realize we still got some problems. Traffic problems, wiring problems, signage problems, etc. Trash problems. With Supervisor Melgar's help, and we do have a traffic study that's going to be completed later this month, we could use the help in guiding us through this next phase. I want to thank the Inner Sunset Merchants Association for always supporting this project, including, I think, 45 businesses signing a petition for it. Inner Sunset Park Neighbors, the Neighborhood Association, we're small but we're mighty. Please join if you're a neighbor. And to RPD for making this happen. Also, a shout out to Public Works. The work for this started in 2018, and then things kind of fell through the cracks during the pandemic, and Public Works never let this thing die. So thank you, Nick and Carla Short and the people at Public Works. Lastly, I also want to thank Mayor Breed and Phil. It's a lot of work as a civilian to figure out how City Hall runs and figure out how to get projects done. Because of the longevity of the relationships we have with London and with Phil, we didn't have to resell and resell and resell this project. It was really great for us to have the consistency of their leadership, and I actually don't think we'd be standing here right now if we hadn't had it. So more power to them. Thanks, everybody.
All right, now comes the fun part. We're going to get to cut a ribbon, so if our commissioners could join. And the birthday girl, I'd like to be, yeah, and all of our Inner Sunset Park neighbors. For the birthday girl, let's give her one big round of applause. Yeah, there you go. And I, in a matter of personal privilege, before we cut the ribbon, I want to shout out Mo Martinez, who is standing right there, who enjoys JFK Promenade every day, in her chair and is my neighbor, lives just 2 doors down from me on 18th Avenue, and is an amazing part of this community. So thank you, Mo, for being here. Al, come on. Right here. Come on. Sarah, Ryan. Come on, Sarah, come join us.
They're trying to run. Let's get all the water. I got it. Don't worry.
You got it. Those are sharks. Those are
Okay.
the ones that's in the photo first.
Okay. Now you guys know what I know what I'm doing with these scissors now. This is
You want to count?
okay. Everybody join us in the count. Starting with 5,
4,